Welcome back to From the Pages, where the past comes roaring back in one long, unbroken breath of nostalgia and ink. And before we dive into this wild ride through the August 1990 issue of WWF magazine, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us your favorite moment from this era. Because this month's glossy blast from Titan Towers is one of the most dramatic, colorful, and advertisement filled issues the WWF ever produced. We begin with the editor's comments in Around the Ring, where Susan L. Fox lays out the state of the WWF universe with a mix of optimism, theatrical drama, and corporate certainty, hyping the explosive battles on the horizon while acknowledging the tension as Hulk Hogan recovers from Earthquake's devastating assault, and she invites readers to turn every page like they're stepping into the locker room themselves. Fanforum follows, and it's pure early 90s energy, filled with readers praising the Ultimate Warrior's intensity, complaining that Mr. Perfect cheats too much, demanding more coverage of the Warlord, asking why Demolition now has three members, and even arguing over who has the better hair between Rick Rude and Brutus Beefcake, with editors responding in kayfabe-flavored language that makes the whole magazine feel like a hotline message board printed on paper. Body language has Jesse the Body Ventura sounding off with swagger and ego, mocking the weak minded humanoids in the crowd, and bragging that every superstar could stand to learn something from the body's physique, charisma, and unmatched fashion sense. Newsbreakers fires off the real meat of the issue, late breaking developments about title matches, surprise attacks, and international tours, including a blurb about Hulk Hogan's condition after Earthquake's delivered trauma, updates on Demolition's internal power struggle, and a tease that a newcomer named Tugboat is about to sail into the spotlight as Hogan's newest ally. The personality profile is dedicated to the Warlord, breaking down his evolution into a near cyborg wrestling machine, emphasizing the incredible strength, the frightening stare, the gladiator mask, and the way he claims no one in the Federation can match his raw power. And the text walks the kayfabe tightrope in classic WWF magazine fashion by describing him as both unstoppable and in need of more seasoning. WWF Trivia Test challenges readers to prove how well they know the roster, with questions about where the Twin Towers first teamed, which manager holds the most victories by proxy, and even a throwback question about Freddie Blassie's early career, while Private Eye takes readers behind the curtain with photos of Rick Rude curling dumbbells and admiring himself in the mirror, pumping up backstage with that classic ravishing arrogance, each photo caption filled with cheeky humor. WWF Lowdown spreads across multiple pages and is full of short tidbits. The big boss man promising justice for Hogan, the Rockers demanding another shot at the tag titles, Ted DiBiase showing off new custom ring gear, Dusty Rhodes making appearances with Sapphire, and Earthquake promising that Aftershock #2 is coming. Viewpoint with Jake the Snake. Roberts is intense and philosophical as always, with Jake lecturing the readers about fear, deception, and knowing your enemy before striking, comparing mind games in the ring to survival in the natural world, all written in his signature quiet menace. The WWF crossword provides a light break with word clues referencing managers, holds, arenas, and famous matches, and then caught in the act showcases offbeat, candid, sometimes hilarious photos of WWF stars mid-move, mid-fall, and mid-pose, like Demolition brawling with fans at ringside, Coco B. Ware dancing with Frankie, and the Bushwhackers licking an unsuspecting technician. Now the features explode onto the page as we get the WWF interview with Bobby the Brain, Heenan telling us what's really on his mind, and the Brain boasts about his managerial genius, insults the humanoids, mocks Hulk Hogan for being past his prime, praises Mr. Perfect as the greatest natural athlete since me, and insists that the Heenan family will soon run the entire Federation, the interview dripping with comic arrogance and sharp-tongued brilliance. The Battle of the Titans feature covers the Bockwinkel-esque matchup of the Rockers and the Hart Foundation as they gear up to face Demolition, describing the chaotic chemistry, backstage shoving, and tag team athleticism as these teams collide in pursuit of the gold. The photos showing Shawn Michaels flying across the ring, Bret Hart wrenching an armbar, and Demolition looming like armored giants. Mr. Perfect's feature centers on his brewing feud with the barber Brutus Beefcake, and the magazine asks whether Perfect can evade the scissors long enough to maintain his perfect image, with commentary on his flawless drop kicks, arrogant smirking, and the way he treats every match like a piece of performance art. The is Hulkamania dead. Article plays it dramatic, declaring that Hulk Hogan's future is in grave jeopardy, thanks to Earthquake's earthquake splash, recounting the moment Hogan's ribs were crushed, the fans panicked, the letters pouring in, and whether Hogan will ever be the same again, all while showcasing photos of Hogan recovering, grimacing, and receiving letters of prayer from fans. Tugboat's feature is next, painting him as Hogan's moral defender, an earnest giant who backs the Hulkster with loyalty, positivity, and a sailor's heart, and he vows to keep Hulkamania afloat as he trains in the gym and toots the horn in the support of the fallen hero. Nikolai Volkov's freedom fighter feature is a patriotic twist, portraying the once feared Soviet now singing the Star-Spangled Banner, turning against Boris Zhukov and declaring that he loves America and will fight to free wrestling of tyranny, with photos of Volkov waving the American flag proudly. The Barbarian's feature sits between villain and myth, as the magazine describes him as a towering force promising domination, a primal menace managed by Bobby Heenan, who claims he can destroy any man in the WWF with raw brutality. The issue closes content-wise with the crossword, more trivia, and Caught in the Act Part 2, and now we hit the lifeblood of the time period, stating the ads. The magazine bursts with color-splashed advertisements promising videotapes, t-shirts, posters, phone hotlines, home workout programs, toys, and mail-order merch. The official WWF merchandise catalog sits near the front with full-page spreads of Hulk Hogan foam fingers, Demolition t-shirts, Ultimate Warrior face paint kits, Macho Man bandanas, and the newly released Wrestling Buddies plush dolls. There is an ad for Coliseum Home Video promoting tapes like Hulkamania 3, Best of the WWF Volume 11, and Grudges, Gripes, and Grunts, each for $19.95 plus shipping, and a bright, attention-grabbing ad for WWF ice cream bars, complete with a coupon for one free bar where available. The trading card boom is everywhere too, with classic WWF cards promising holograms, inserted autographs, and rare photo chase cards. A small classified section offers wrestling posters, iron-on patches, replica championship belts priced at $99, and a hotline charging 95 cents per minute to hear Earthquake's final warning. The back cover is a full splash advertisement for the Sega Master System's WWF WrestleMania game, showing Hulk Hogan on the cover with the lightning behind him and the tagline, "The power is in your hands." And that is the August 1990 issue of WWF Magazine. A non-stop burst of color, kayfabe, drama, action, patriotism, fear, humor, and marketing muscle rolled into one glossy beast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us which ad you would have ordered and whether Hulkamania was ever really in danger. This has been From the Pages, where wrestling history lives again.